I've wanted to be a doctor for a while now. I think really since I was little, when my mom was diagnosed with like a really serious form of kidney cancer and went through surgery and treatment, chemo. Just through that, I saw how doctors cared for her personally, and it was more than just an interaction.
I didn't always know I wanted to be a doctor. It was a realization that came a little bit later. I was a psychology major, and when I started taking biopsych classes, I found that I liked that a bit more, and I explored that further.
I was born and raised in a rural area of Punjab in India. I moved to the US when I was 13. We moved to a really small town of Carruthers. English wasn't my first language, so I was struggling a lot in school during my first semester. So I reached out to the counselor and I asked him for more help. And this is when I found out about the Doctors Academy program. I was able to do community and clinical internships in the Valley, in Fresno area. That's when I became passionate about like health and health disparities that exist in the Valley.
In college, I worked as a scribe in an emergency department at Kauai Delta in Visalia. I followed emergency room physicians around and did their documentation and got to interact with the patients, and that's really what solidified that I wanted to be a doctor.
I did a program through the UC San Francisco Center here at Fresno, a community regional medical center, and I worked with a doctor by the name of Dr. Michael Peterson. He really gave me a lot of advice, especially at that point in high school, of what I should do moving forward and how I should attack college.
When you apply to medical school, when you interview, you refresh your email every 20 seconds waiting for that approval email.
I immediately parked my car on the side of the road and I opened that email which said, "Congratulations, you have been accepted to UCSF School of Medicine." First thing I did was I screamed the loudest as I could. I was on the side of a freeway so no one could hear me. I was just there by myself.
I was out on a run and I had my phone on my arm and I got an email and I stopped. I opened it up and I got accepted, and it was so exciting. I think I ran home like the fastest I've ever ran.
And I told my mom, and I remember she cried because she was so excited and happy for me.
I did have some concerns when starting medical school as far as financially. Having that kind of loan burden on your shoulders is something that you have to accept if you want to go to medical school, and so it was something I had to think a lot about.
So the first time I heard about the Fresno Madera Medical Society Scholarship was through Dr. Candice Yuvienko, who is a rheumatologist at UCSF Fresno. So I told her that I just had been accepted to medical school and there were going to be many financial barriers.
The Fresno Madera Medical Society Scholarship Foundation was created back in the 1960s. What's unique about this scholarship, one, it's for a postgraduate scholarship, what there's far and few between, and what else is very unique about it is this is only eligible for medical students that have ties and have lived in Fresno Madera County. Medical school is, some of them $60,000 a year, and although we can't give out that much in a grant, anything to help offset cost of living expenses or to cover the cost of their books or whatever that may be, every time we get more money, it turns around and goes right back out to the students.
San Francisco is a really expensive city and my current rent is over $1,400 per month for a bedroom. Fresno Madera Society Scholarship has really helped me in that regard, so I'm able to pay at least 2 months of rent with this money and worry a little bit less about financial burden while in med school.
Providing the scholarships to the residents of Fresno Madera County is so important because it gives them a tie to the community.
I'm interested in coming back to the Central Valley, the Fresno area, the Madera area, even Bakersfield area. I'm interested in serving the underserved. That's like what I'm most passionate about.
In 10 years, I see myself practicing as a physician in Fresno, where I grew up.
I see myself practicing as an emergency medicine or family medicine physician somewhere in the Central Valley, probably Fresno area. I would want to give back to the community. Programs such as Doctors Academy that really enhanced my career growth while I was in high school, and I'm really glad that I applied and I was able to get this scholarship.
I really want to say thank you to the Fresno Madera Medical Society and the Scholarship Board and Foundation for selecting me and gifting me with this scholarship to be able to pursue my dream to be a doctor, and I thank you so much.